Uncle Mort's Celtic Fringe by Peter Tinniswood. Homeward bound. The blood-red beetle whooped joyously as it crested the thirsty hills. It chattered happily at rook-cawed valleys. It lapped its wings at pea-witted meadows and craked its pleasure at the ripening corn. They were on their way home.
About time too, Carter.
You don't like holidays, do you?
No, it's not me what doesn't like them. It's me bowels what can't stand them.
You what?
Well, it's always the same with bowels, bloody things. You take them on holiday with you and all they do is grumble and grouse. There's no pleasing them. Have you had a decent motion since you've been away, Carter?
Aye, several.
Well, that's because you give in too quick. How about your sinuses?
Perfect.
Well, that's because you use them paper hankies. You wait till you're reduced to using your shirt tail like me.
Carter Brandon had not told Uncle Mort about the phone call he'd received that morning.
Carter?
Yes?
Is that you?
Yes?
I thought it was.
She told him that he was not to drive straight home. He was to drive direct to her mother's, where she was staying the night. It was an emergency. He did not have time to ask what it was. He had to dash off to obey a call of nature of a sedentary persuasion.
Has it got a secure lock on the door, Carter?
Yes?
Good. It makes all the difference, doesn't it?
The blood-red beetle fretted behind the lumbering flanks of a horse-box. They came to a plump roundabout, and Carter Brandon turned left.
Hey up, Carter, you're going the wrong way.
No, I'm not.
You are, lad, you are. That's the car. It knows a damn sight more about map reading than what you do. It could find its way blindfolded to the pub.
We're not going to the pub.
Why not?
Carter Brandon told him. In the dripping, dank dungeon of his mind, Uncle Mort tied leather thongs to the wrists and ankles of Mrs. Partington. He polished the thumbscrews. He oiled the rack. He stoked up the furnace. And then the voice spoke loud and clear.
You're doing that all wrong, you know. Am I right? I am. You've got your thumbscrews back to front. You put too much slack on the furnace. And you haven't aired them thongs proper. Shape yourself, man. Look as though you mean it.
Uncle Mort cried out in his sleep, and Carter Brandon smiled and patted him gently on the knee. He was still asleep when the blood-red beetle drew up grudgingly outside Mrs. Partington's bungalow. Pat came running down the path to greet them.
Oh, Carter, am I glad to see you. Oh, have you been using that mouth rinse I bought you from Quick Save?
Yes.
Good. You can give me a kiss then.
Right.
Well, get out of the car first. Shape yourself. Look as though you mean it.
Mrs. Partington was sitting stiff and upright in a winged armchair in the lounge diner. She was dressed from head to foot in black. She was snuffling into a deep purple silk hanky.
What's to do with her, then?
It's our friend, Mr. Roberts. He's dead. They're holding his funeral tomorrow.
I see. Well, what's the emergency, then?
The emergency is my grief and my distress. Am I right? I am. I have lost a very dear and cherished friend, even though he smelled of mousetraps and was forever tripping over his cravat.
She began to sob again, and Uncle Mort sighed deeply and began to rattle the loose change in his pocket.
Poor Mr. Roberts. It was so sudden. We were having afternoon tea in that place I can't pronounce without a dictionary, and he was halfway through his second chocolate macaroon. No, I tell a lie, it was an individual Bakewell tartlet. Shocking price. I'd have complained if he hadn't gone and died on me. He didn't give me no warning, you know. 1 minute he's dunking his tartlet, next minute he's dropped stone dead at the table, with his head slap in the middle of my plate of pilchards.
Were they in tomato sauce?
No, brine.
Oh, well, that's a consolation.
Why?
Well, it wouldn't stain his collar, would it?
At this, there was a ring on the front doorbell.
I'll answer it. It might be something unimportant.
He went to the front door and opened it. Standing before him was a small, bald man dressed in a large, ankle-length black overcoat. Only the tips of his thumbs protruded from the sleeves, and the lining was hanging from the hem.
Have I the honour of talking to a close relative of the deceased said?
Who wants to know?
I am Ansel Hubert Williams, undertaker of this parish, jobbing gardening a speciality, quotations for house clearance or request, and I am pleased to inform you that I have on my person the certificate of death.
The what of death?
The certificate of death. You have to have a certificate before you can bury the deceased.
I see. And did you have to do much studying to get this certificate?
It's not my certificate. It's the deceased's certificate.
Oh, right then. Hand it over and I'll see if she wants it framed.
Now, before I depart from hence, I would be greatly in your debt if you would be so good as to inspect the order of service, as personally printed by my good self.
He handed over the programme, and Uncle Mort examined the contents carefully.
Well, you've got some right good hymns here.
Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. I am most flattered, most flattered.
Onward, Christian soldiers. Jesus wants me for a sin beam. And oh, why, this is my favourite.
Oh, and what is that, sir?
Abode with Mo. Ah, right then, Squire. See you tomorrow morning.
Indeed, sir, indeed, and I hope it doesn't rain. I've got a most terrible leak in my hearse.
You what?
My hearse.
Oh, well, I hope that's not another of your misprints.
They ate a solemn tea.
Well, at least no one dropped dead in the pilchards.
No, missus, but it were a close wrong thing with your maid of honour.